everybody. Welcome to the show. I'm Trevor Moore, and this is the show that we do. This is going to be a good one. Let me introduce you to my co-host, Blair Socci.
Hi.
How you doing?
Trevor. I'm great. Great to see you.
It's been about a week since the last show, right?
Yeah. That was a long week. It's great to be back.
And then I have another co-host, which seems redundant, but we do it anyway. Sam Brown.
Hey.
Hey, Sammy.
How's it going?
How are you?
Doing good. Good. Here, manning the computer.
Yeah. Now, what is the computer for?
For research, any research we need
And
done.
what will you be researching?
All sorts of fun Do you know a baby puffin is called a puffling? It's like a penguin, but not.
Yeah.
Oh.
So let's just hold for a second so that can be edited out. we have a celebrity comedian guest. He basically has written everything.
Yeah.
He's written on everything. He's one of my favorite guests, Sean OConnor.
Hey.
Hey guys.
Hi,
Hey.
Sean.
Good to see you.
Good to see you too. This is like being on Space Ghost. Very cool.
Yeah, you were on the show in the old times, and you would be right
Yeah.
here, and we'd talk to you, but now you have to be in your house.
I don't have to be. Like, I could have come in if you guys wanted me to. I don't really believe this whole coronavirus thing.
Whoa, that's an interesting take.
Now, you're deep in QAnon, right?
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't say that I'm like deep in it. I'm high up in it.
It was your idea. You're like the head writer for QAnon.
Yeah, I work at HN and I come up with the crazy ideas. It was me who came up with JFK Jr.
Oh, that's a
Yeah.
great one.
You just
Mwah.
needed a challenge.
So this week, our topic is cults.
Wow.
Are there good cults? And we see I've got our graphic there. Cults, huge in the news, never
Yeah.
been bigger.
Yeah, documentaries just out the ass.
There was the whole big NXIVM one that was big last year.
Yes, that's one of my favorite documentaries.
NXIVM? The head guy was just this fucking little weasel who likes volleyball.
I didn't see it. He made everyone play volleyball?
He made everyone play volleyball all night.
Every night.
And then when they were done, they all had to suck his dick or something like that.
What is this? My gym class?
If I'm gonna join a cult, I'm okay with the dick sucking. It's the volleyball where they're losing me.
Yeah, I was a bit put off by the volleyball too. All these poor people putting on knee pads all day, all night.
If
Yeah.
he wanted people to play volleyball and suck his dick, he could have become a gym teacher.
Yeah.
I mean, it's right there.
Oh my, wow,
Yeah.
Sam.
Every time you see a documentary about a cult, like, I get why they do this, because you want interviews with the people that fell for it and that are in the cult. So they've got to always take this angle of, like, it could happen to anyone. Like, you know, like, but it's because you can't actually be like, these people were fucking idiots.
They were all extras on Smallville. Of course you could trick them into
Hold
fucking
on.
you.
I'm
They're
going
like-
to have to disagree with you there.
You
Every
think-
time I watch a cult documentary, the first 2 episodes, I'm like, this looks pretty good to me. Wild Wild Country, like the first couple episodes, they were just chilling, dancing, and wearing bright colors. And I was like, this looks great.
But that's because it's edited in a way to try to trick you in. I bet in real life you wouldn't fall for it. But, like,
My friends do say that of all our friends, they think that I would be the first to...
the first to go into a
yeah.
cult.
Yeah.
So anyway, cults are huge, never been bigger.
Yeah.
We thought, let's start one. That's what we're going to do
Of
tonight
course.
on the show. We're going to start our own cult. I guess Blair, Sam, and I are going to be the leaders of it.
So wait, we're going to make people play volleyball and suck our dicks?
Exactly. I don't know.
Well, that's not every cult, Sam.
Yeah.
There's like other things that cults do.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
have
I
some
didn't
nuance,
see the
Sam.
documentary. I'm sorry.
You know what they should have called that NXIVM documentary?
What?
Set, Serve, Suck.
Oh my word. Oh my word, Trevor.
So we have to come up with what our cult is about, and this is called the Cult of Trevor.
Trevor.
Cult of Trevor. That's what the graphic says. But I think this is a cult about the three of us.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're really trying to rope us into the equal responsibility here. It
No.
doesn't say that in the graphic.
We'll change the graphic. By the time it's in post, it'll have all of us. So what do we want? I mean, what would we want to do in our cult? And Sean, I mean, you're not in the room, but I would say you're on that second tier, right below Blair, Sam, and I.
The beauty of leading a cult is you never really have to get your hands dirty. So I want to get my hands dirty. I want to be the one who are like calling people pigs, hitting people with like pillowcases full of soap. I want that
Whoa.
responsibility.
You're the henchman. You're the muscle.
It sounds like you just want to be in a frat. I mean, like,
I mean, I guess a frat is kind of like a cult.
So what do you want from the cult, Blair?
I think what I mainly want from the cult is a lot of money. People gave me an exorbitant amount of money and, like had to cook me incredible meals.
Okay.
Yeah, the most
Food and
two
money.
important things to me.
Okay. Great.
Yeah.
Sam?
What I want the cult to do, or what I want to be in the cult?
Either. What you want out of the cult, what you want your initiates to do, because we're going to create one here tonight.
I want the cult to do all the thinking for me. I want to be right there. I want to be number 2. I want to be in it. And I just don't want to do all this thinking. I just want to have them decide what I'm wearing every day.
Maybe the worst cult leader ever. Like,
want-
you want to be in a cult.
I think
No, I want to be the number
Yes.
2, though. I'm like along for the ride.
He wants to be a
But
follower.
high up in the cult.
Sam, you should have just joined the army. Like, you want people to tell you what to wear and where to go.
All right. Well, is the army a cult?
Probably. Yeah.
Holy shit.
What I want is just blind loyalty, an unwavering allegiance.
Yeah, I like that. Italian people already have that.
well, is the mafia a cult?
Oh. I don't know, because
they have initiations.
And they're all Catholic, so there is a God thing.
My college volleyball team had like a hardcore initiation.
Really?
Yeah.
Is volleyball a cult? Because that's what the Nexium people
Yeah.
were.
Now that that part of my life is over, I'm gonna have to go with yes.
I think if I ever got in any position of power, like a president or anything like that, well, I'd do 2 things. One is I would arrest every single guy who shows up in Thailand. I would set up just cops, and as soon as a guy got off the plane by himself to Thailand, he's like, I'm just going to go on vacation. Boom, you're going to jail forever, for fucking ever. We know what you're here
That's a
for.
really good rule. I like that one.
The other thing I would do now that we've talked about it is I think I would just drone strike the shit out of every volleyball game. Like, just because that seems to be the slippery slope. To
Yeah.
I would be
cult.
dead then if you would have
Yeah.
done that.
So part of the cult, that Nexium cult, was that they would get collateral from initiates. They would basically ask to get, dirt or blackmail against people. So we sent out a tweet saying, would anybody like to be the first members of the cult that we start here tonight? And we got 3 guys, Ben, Brandon, and Scotty, who are roommates, and they want to be the first 3 people in our cult. Ben, Brandon, and Scotty, how are you?
Whoa, sexy cult.
So right off the bat, it looks like Blair is leaning towards this being a sex cult.
I'm glad I'm a leader now.
Can we skip the volleyball?
Yeah, let's go straight to the dick sucking, am I right?
Do you guys like volleyball?
I prefer badminton. If it gets me into the Colts.
You're gonna like it soon, pal.
Where are we talking to you from? Where are you?
Bushwick, New York.
Bushwick,
Yeah,
New York.
Bushwick.
Are you open to moving to Hollywood, California?
Yes. There is a definite chance of that. For your call, anything.
Okay, great.
Wow.
This is fantastic.
Wait a second, 3 struggling actors are willing to move to Hollywood?
So are you struggling actors?
Okay, we're a struggling film production team. I'm
Oh, that's different.
I'll
So,
get to
Come to
okay.
mama.
So here's what we're going to do. We're going to check in with each of you throughout the night. But right now, we're going to get rid of 2 of you and keep Ben. Which
Oh,
one is Ben? I cannot read the card. They're Ben? Okay.
This is what we do. We isolate one.
So you guys go into the other room. Don't listen. We have Ben here. And now the 4 big members of the cult,
The big dogs.
the big dogs, we get to talk to Ben. So what we're looking for is what the cults call collateral. You know what that is?
Yes.
Okay, so
yeah.
basically we want to get dirt on people, and usually you have to give it to about yourself, but I think what we're going to go for is trying to get dirt on your roommates.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Yeah.
If you wouldn't
Yeah.
mind telling us something wildly inappropriate about them.
Yeah,
Oh,
and take your shirt off.
All right, so Ben, can you think of anything that you can tell us about your roommates that they wouldn't want us to know? That way we can hold it over their head and make it so they can never leave the cult?
Yeah, I got some stuff. First thing is with Scotty. He has this wild theory about no wipers. He apparently can take a shit and be confident that he does not have to wipe afterwards and just doesn't do it sometimes.
Have you seen his underwear? Is he successful? Does he have this 6th sense where he can tell which ones he doesn't have to wipe?
But I haven't bought his story. It's possible that it comes out clean, but you got to do one to check.
Right. Let me confer with my fellow. What do we call ourselves?
Cult leaders?
Yeah, we gotta have a cool name.
Trevor and Neil.
Trevonian.
I like big dogs. You said big
Big
dogs.
dogs. So yeah, big dogs.
Ben, can I talk
Big
to I'm gonna
dogs.
talk to the four big dogs for a
All
second.
right.
I don't know. Do you think this is enough collateral that he doesn't wipe?
No, we need something that, like, if we told his parents, they disown him.
He seems proud of it that he doesn't wipe.
Yeah, he's
which is
talked about
weird.
it. Like, I think if he's talked about it, it's kind of a bragging thing. Ben, do you got anything else on him?
There's one time when I first started rooming with him, I bought this really big iMac. He asked, like, hey, is it okay if I print some stuff off on your computer? And I was like, yeah, that's totally cool. Then one day I come home and I literally like yelled, hey, I'm home, basically. No response. Walk into my room, boom, right on the screen. It's all these shades of skin. Yeah, really awkward situation.
All these what?
Shades of skin.
Different shades of skin.
Like he was on the
Bodies.
computer pleasuring himself.
Watching porn. Yeah.
You walked in on him jerking off?
Yeah, basically, yeah.
I think everybody looks at pornography though. Like, was
Yeah,
it a
what
weird?
kind
Was
of
it weird
porn was it?
pornography? Was it Family Guy pornography?
You know, it was a quick moment, so I didn't see exactly what it was that he's watching, but I know he is into SSBB dub,
What's SSBB dub?
like super
ladies?
big, beautiful women.
Open-minded.
Okay.
Sounds like a good fit for us.
So your one roommate doesn't wipe his ass, and he likes looking at jumbo porn, right? What do we got on Brandon?
So I don't know if it's going to be good, but I mean, there was one time I was walking in to the apartment with a girl I was seeing. You know, he just talked to us casually, but yeah, he had a bunch of porn on his phone that he didn't close out of.
Oh, so you saw a bunch of porn on his phone.
Oh, it started playing when he was with the girl? Oh,
No,
when
no,
you were with the girl.
He was with a girl. Basically, his dirt he's giving us on his roommates is they jerk off.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
I think this is going really well.
Yeah.
Okay, here's one. I got one.
Okay.
All right.
A lot of times when he's talking to somebody that doesn't speak the same as him, he starts to mimic their accent. Like,
Oh, put
Oh.
this guy in jail. Oh my God.
Okay. So he's a racist porn user.
Racist porn addict.
Racist porn addict. We could do something with that. Ben, thank you.
You could never be Italian, Ben.
All right.
You snitch too easy.
All right, so we're gonna check back in with the roommates in a little bit.
Okay.
Let me talk to the big dogs. How do we feel about Ben?
One, I think he looks like Matt Dillon on my computer screen, so that's cool. That's a point.
Oh,
See,
I
I
like
thought
that.
Josh Hartnett.
Oh yeah, no, he's definitely got that like emotionless babe vibe,
Yeah.
which I think
90s
is good.
rom-com star.
Ben,
Yeah.
can you still hear us?
Yeah, can Ben still hear us?
yeah.
We have to
Yes, I
mute
can.
Ben so he can't
my
hear
God.
us
Still can hear us.
delivery.
I'm embarrassed.
Can we mute Ben while we talk about how hunky he is?
Oh my God, I don't want him
He's
to
such a-
hear this.
Listen, he's probably distracted by his roommates whacking off right now.
Oh, jeez.
I feel like he's honestly like one of these guys who's like, it's weird that my roommates have to whack off. Why don't they just go have sex with any of these women who are dying to have sex with you? Like, that's so weird.
But I would love to have him on my muscle squad. I think he could really inflict some punishment on these piggies.
I'd like him to inflict some punishment on me, but I don't know.
Blair, he's not muted.
Oh, sorry, I forgot. He's not muted. That's so crazy. I thought he was muted.
So I also tweeted out, we're starting this cult on my show, and we're gonna need an initiation ritual because that's an important thing with cults. You gotta have an initiation. So I was asking people to send in ideas for initiation rituals, and then we could take the best one. So here's what we got.
Wow, cool.
The perfect initiation to any cult must be violent and leave a scar. I would suggest branding, but I hate the smell of burning flesh. So, we're going to use a staple gun.
No! Oh my God!
There we go.
Leroy.
That's a T for Trevor.
Oh.
Trevor!
Wow. What about that?
Oh oh my God, keep this guy away from us.
Well, he's going to be in our cult.
Yeah, again, he just seems like he'd be perfect for my muscle squad. Like I need fearless people who are willing to die for the cause.
Sean,
Yeah.
what are you doing with the Muscle Squad? None of us ever talked about the Muscle Squad part of this cult, but you've mentioned it many times.
Right now it's like very up in the air, but like I mean we could torture, but we could also build. Like I think like we'll build the commune, we'll hang out, sure, probably shoot our own ads for Instagram and stuff like that.
I think I know what Sean's doing.
What?
We're here talking about the cult, and Sean is just assembling his team for volleyball. Like, that's this whole muscle thing. He knows it's eventually going to end up volleyball. So.
He's getting first
It has
picks.
to end in volleyball, and I want to have the biggest, strongest guys to help me win. I think Blair was a college athlete. It's going to be tough to beat her.
Yeah, that's true, but I left volleyball behind, Sean.
Okay, so let's check back in with the roommates. Our second initiate. Brandon, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Welcome to the cult. Thank you very much for your interest. We're talking to everybody and we're getting blackmail. So what we would like to do is get something about Ben from you.
By the way, Brandon, I cannot believe you did all that. That is crazy shit.
I'll tell you what Ben said about you. He said that you were a racist.
Oh, fantastic.
A racist who was addicted to pornography.
Yeah, he said you can't keep your hands off yourself.
I agree to one of those things, yes.
You agree to one of those? Which one? Hold on. If somebody said you're a racist and you've looked at pornography, like, I wouldn't keep it vague. You take your pick. Which one? So he said that you're a hateful bigot who is addicted to pornographic material. What do you got on him?
What do I have on Ben? I mean, he does have a micro penis.
Are you serious?
Oh my God, that's horrible news.
That's real bad news for Blair.
I know more wide than long. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's
Is
not
this
gonna
true?
work.
How do you know this? Have you seen him?
Hey, we've lived together for a few years now. I think I might have seen it, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
you guys have really seen each other do a lot.
Like wide, like a mini Coke can.
Like if you put an Oreo on a table.
So it's
Like that long,
it's
that wide.
girthy but with no length.
Yes, I would say probably an inch in diameter.
That's pretty good.
Diameter.
That's pretty good collateral.
Look, I don't know if I want to rest my hat on being intolerant of dick size, but a little luster just flew
Okay.
out the window.
Okay.
But I will
What?
say, for the muscle squad, he does sound like he'd be aggressive.
For Sean's little dick muscle squad. All right, you got anything on Scotty? That's a great one for Ben. What do you got on Scotty?
Scotty has a diet of high fiber, high protein, mainly chicken nuggets and Popeyes.
Okay.
So one day he laid a fucking honker in the toilet. It was like meatloaf size. He couldn't go down. He went to the hardware store and he got an industrial sized poop snake the size of a fishing rod. Instead of cleaning it off in the bathtub, he decided to walk it to our kitchen through our apartment, dripping.
So you got shit
And
water
then
everywhere.
he washed it in the sink while there were dishes in the sink.
Men are not well. Men are not well, people.
That's gross.
I feel like Brandon is just cock blocking his roommates with Blair right now.
I know. I liked you all so much more before you talked.
Brandon, thank you very much. That was a great blackmail. We'll check back in with them later. All right. Man.
It's not looking good for Scott.
Yeah, I don't know if I
Yeah.
want any of them in there. One guy just seems like he's gonna shit all over wherever our cult headquarters is.
Sounds like an E. coli nightmare for our cult.
Exactly.
I'll say this about Ben, though. You don't need a big dick to play volleyball, and you don't need a big dick.
It's the weirdest way, Sam, for you to tell everyone you don't have a big dick. Like that was your. Let any of
You don't
us.
need a big dick to co-host a talk show.
Let he who doesn't have a micro penis throw the
No.
first stone.
I was gonna say you don't need a big dick to suck dick.
So right now we're going to actually interview someone who was in a cult.
Oh,
This is a cult survivor, someone who was in a cult, got out of it,
wow.
and is now going to talk to us about what it's like being in a cult. Brooke Arnold. Brooke. Hi, Brooke. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. How are you?
Nice to see you. So you were in a cult. Now, were you raised in this cult, or did they get you? Did they trick you?
A little bit of both. So I was 7 when my parents joined. So I ended up like remembering my life prior to the cult, but being just young enough that I got really indoctrinated by it also. So it's a little bit of a mixed bag there.
I would say at 7, I don't think that counts as getting tricked by the cult. I think if your parents jump in at 7, you're gonna
take everything as normal.
Yeah, you do whatever your parents are saying.
You're still very reliant on your parents at 7.
Your prefrontal cortex isn't even all the way formed until you're 25.
Is that true?
Yeah.
Tell us about the cult that you were in. At what age did you realize that, oh, this is not normal? And how did you get out of it?
So I grew up it's a fundamentalist Christian homeschool cult. And their whole goal is to take over the United States government and turn it into a Christian theocracy.
Oh. Whoa, big goals.
That's a good goal. That's pretty good.
Oh.
A huge part of it is like you don't use birth control, and so like you have as many children to kind of like create this huge army for God. That's part of the huge.
Well,
idea.
men probably love that cult.
Yeah, they love it, right?
So
it's the no condom cult.
It was all homeschooled kids, right?
Yeah, so the cult is like proliferated through a homeschool program. There's also this weird way in which you're being indoctrinated through the homeschool program to a level that your parents aren't. And so there's kind of this disconnect that they're kind of like, oh, we're doing this for you, but you're getting brainwashed, and they might not even be aware of the level that you're getting brainwashed.
Oh, wow. Now, when you were like, I got to get out of this cult, were your parents upset at you? Did they disown you? Are they still in it?
Yeah, so I haven't really talked to them in a long time.
Okay.
And, part of the reason is because I didn't go through with the getting married at 18 and then having as many children as God chose to give me, And so we haven't really talked since then.
Wow.
Is God like God in the cult, or is it like just some guy named Barry?
Yeah, what kind of God is it?
So it's the Christian God, but it's filtered through this cult leader. So the idea is that like God has this chain of communication. And so it's God at the top, cult leader second, your father next, and then God can't talk to women at all. And so in order
God damn.
to know what God's saying, you got to listen to Dad and the pastor.
Our ears aren't good enough.
Well, maybe God's just a little awkward. He's like, I can't talk to women. I can't. They make me so fucking nervous.
I can't talk to these clams.
Yeah, is there any volleyball in this homeschool cult? Is there volleyball? Did you play volleyball at all?
Definitely not. I wasn't allowed
Jealous.
to really socialize with anybody that wasn't in the homeschool program or a part of the cult. And then also I wasn't even allowed to like talk to people who went to public school because we thought of them as corrupted.
Right. What about private school?
If it was a Christian school, maybe.
Oh, okay.
How do you get more people to join? Or can you only join by, like, if they're corrupted? Can they be, like, saved?
So the way it works is the cult leader goes around and he gives these seminars. It's about like how to have a godly family. But the whole thing is intentional grooming. So he starts off by kind of love bombing you at the first and telling you how great you are. And then he kind of totally breaks down your sense of self over the week. And at the end of the week, he's like, and here's my pitch for my homeschool program, which is going to make your children really happy and great.
Sam, you should be taking notes during this. This is good. This is good.
The kind of funny thing is what ends up happening is we didn't have a centralized cult in the way that I think people traditionally think about cults, but each individual family kind of became a cult unto itself because of the way the thing was disseminated.
Like sleeper cells.
Exactly, yeah. So we were own sleeper cell of the cult, right?
By what device is he trying to take over the government?
He actually ended up getting a lot of his materials into private prisons and into public schools as well. So the idea was that like if his materials reached far enough and there were enough people in the homeschool program, each having 10 kids each, they would have a popular majority in the electorate, and that would affect who was elected president, who came on the Supreme Court, things like that. The level of control that the authorities are pushing on the people beneath them is a huge defining factor in what becomes a cult. And I think that's why Blair was really right when she said that volleyball was a cult.
Right.
Why Sean was really right when he said the army was the cult, because it functions in the same way. The structure is that you have this authority at the top, who highly controls everyone at the bottom. And I think that sometimes that can be a more useful way of thinking about what defines a cult than some of the more traditionally described things.
Interesting. It's a shame to hear that about private prisons too, because I've always been a huge fan. So it's a shame to hear something negative about them like that. But I mean, nobody's perfect. Any corporation power is going to corrupt. Do you have any advice for people on how to get out of a cult if you find yourself in that situation?
That's a tough one. I would say if you find yourself in a cult, run. Get out as fast as you can. I think that a lot of times in our culture, a lot of things function as cults. And so you can be in a cult-like environment in a mainstream way, maybe, and not really realize it. But I think my advice would just be to reject authority. Think for yourself. Figure out what works for you and what's right for you. And don't believe what anybody else tells you is true about the world or yourself.
That's great.
Hell yeah,
nice.
Brooke!
Brooke, thank you. And I don't want to be insensitive because, I know that you've come through a big thing, but would you want to join our cult?
I'll join your cult.
Great.
Yeah.
All right. Awesome. Well, thank you very much for being on the show, and we'll talk to you soon, and we'll tell you all the rules of the cult pretty soon.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, Brooke.
Thank
All
you.
right.
I liked her more than the frat guys.
Holy shit, though. I mean, it sounded like that cult had its act together. They had plans to take over the government. We're not nearly as professional as that.
Should we just draft up like a constitution or something like that?
Yeah.
Some
Paper?
commandments.
Yeah.
Because we don't know what we're doing. All we know is that Sean is doing a weird muscle group.
Yeah.
And
Brooke's
I
not a
got a
member of the
muscle
muscle crew.
No, Brooke seems like she'd be like a great member for the cult proper. We do accept women though, but they got to be muscle women.
Oh, okay.
I also like how Brooke had this very thought out and impassioned talk about how to get away from a cult, and then we were like, "You want to join another one?" She's like, "Yeah, sure."
Yeah. Oh my God.
We're like, "Oh no, she learned nothing."
We might not have a lot of structure to our cult, but we cannot stop admitting people. I mean, it is like everyone wants to join our cult. I just have a question. Is the goal of our cult little dick acceptance, according to Sam?
Well, Sam wants that, right?
I mean, yeah.
Okay, so I guess we want little dicked guys that are
care
good at volleyball.
Yeah.
Big muscly little dicked guys.
And they're good at
I'll
other
have
things.
like the muscle squad, and then Sam will have like the little dick dance crew.
Yeah. So we want big muscly little dicked guys. Guys, did we just invent CrossFit?
I feel like there's a couple of hogs rolling through CrossFit. I don't know if they're all little dicked.
Oh, okay. So we have to talk to Scotty McShits himself.
I'm here.
Oh,
Hey,
here we are,
Scotty. So we've been talking to your roommates. They have both said very similar things about you. And it seems to be that you just kind of shit everywhere and you don't know what to do with shit. You jerk off to jumbo ladies on pornography. And then you shit in the sink, or you shit on a snake.
You shit, you get it everywhere, and you basically air dry.
Yeah, basically they're saying you don't wipe and you just shit. So basically
You
you're just
don't
walking
wipe.
around with shit all over yourself all the time.
There's no lie there whatsoever. I'd rather get rid of it than be full of it. And plus size women, absolutely.
What do you got on Brandon?
Well, on both, I have commitment issues.
They both have commitment
with
issues.
Brandon, the only time he'll hug me, and I want to hug him all the time.
With your shit hands?
The only time he'll hug me is when he has an STI scare. He'll brag a lot about being with women without protection, and then he'll feel an itch from an ingrown hair, get scared, go get tested.
Oh, who among us?
I'm getting the names mixed up because they were both B names. Is this the little dick guy, or is this
The other guy.
Ben's micro penis.
This
Brandon
is the racist,
other
pornography obsessed guy. So
Yeah.
he's always
Yeah.
getting
guy.
STDs.
And he's totally muscle
yeah.
squad material.
Absolutely.
This apartment seems disgusting. Like there's
Absolutely
just shit
vile.
everywhere. Like there's STDs on everything. A guy walking around with an
We
Oreo
did
dick.
clean up right when we came.
Yeah.
Scotty, let's crank it up. Commitment issues? What do you think this is? Amateur hour? Come on.
It's starting a cult, then I figured, commitment issues might be a problem.
Oh, that's interesting.
Whoa, okay.
All right, what about Ben? What we have on him is that his dick's weird. Like we got that it's very tiny and it's wide. That's what we've been told about Ben.
I haven't seen his dick, but I have seen his feet. His feet thump everywhere in
Thump?
the morning. Whenever he gets out of the shower, he doesn't lay a towel on the floor. He just makes sure the toilet mats and the sink mats are nice and damp for us.
Scotty,
When we're
this is not good,
Scotty.
Scotty.
The guy covered in shit.
Yeah, you're blowing it, Scotty.
He gets water on the bathroom floor when he watches. That's your blackmail.
They're exaggerating.
Scotty won't snitch is the thing.
Yeah.
Could be a good member for the cult.
Scotty, will you wipe for us right now?
Totally white for you guys
Can
right
you
now.
step
Now, that's
up-
the once in a blue moon thing. That's something I'm proud of.
Scotty, can you step off camera so we can't see you? Can you remove your underwear and let us examine the underwear to see if there's skids?
Oh my God,
You wanna see
Trevor.
it?
Yeah.
I got you.
Okay. All right. We're gonna see.
Trevor.
What is this bad?
Oh my God, Trevor. You're a real cult leader.
If there's skid marks there, he's not even going to show us. He's just going to get some clean underwear.
I don't
still
know.
hear me?
I feel like Scotty's gonna show us.
My pineapple underwear.
Okay.
As
Can you
can
open
see.
it up and show us the back?
I mean,
Nah.
look at, they've been bleached. They've got
Well, it's
bleach
not that
all over
bad.
them.
It's not that bad.
I can't look him in the eye. I
Okay.
can't. I
Great
can't
job,
look
Scotty.
the undies.
Thank you.
Scotty, my producer is yelling in my ear that you need to put your pants back on.
My pants are
I don't know why. You're off camera. I don't know what's going on, but I am being yelled at very rudely. Okay, so now we want to talk to all three. Can we bring the other roommates in, or do we gotta? Well, we should wait for Scotty to get dressed.
By the way, like how Scotty listens. That is a really good thing you want out of a cult member.
Oh, just blind
We said,
obedience.
remove your pants.
Yeah.
He went
Yeah.
for it.
Yeah, he was naked. That's what Trevor really wanted.
Ben, Brandon, and Scotty, we talked to each of you separately. We got dirt on every one of you that we can hold over your head so that you could never get out of the cult. That was the goal. So I want to reveal what everyone said about each other. Brandon, we've been told, is a huge racist who is addicted to pornography.
Pornography, yeah.
And he has
oh,
commitment issues. Commitment issues.
He doesn't like
Commitment issues.
He doesn't like hugging shit boy.
Oh, right. Oh, and no,
Yeah.
you get a lot of STDs. That was another thing.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you're constantly raw dogging, jacking off, and you're racist.
Yeah. Brandon, would you consider those fair assessments?
I mean, not one.
I'm going to take that as a yes. Okay. All right. So now we'll go to Ben. Ben also has fear of commitment. He's got commitment issues. He's got a micro penis, but it's really wide and weird like an Oreo. That's what we were
It was
told.
described as an Oreo.
All I can say is that that's just blatantly not true.
Well, I would like to say that I think Sam is a fellow, like he's part of your club because he got really protective of you when we started talking about your micro penis. Also, that you're a little messy in the bathroom. We've heard, like
Yeah.
you know, you leave the you get the floor mats damp.
Yeah, because it's hard to hold a micro penis.
Right. Or usually when the water goes down somebody's body, the penis stops it all. But like when there's just a divot there, it just like ramps right onto the floor.
I also love that shit man was like, yeah, this guy gets the floor wet. This man who doesn't wipe.
And Scotty shits a lot. Everyone said the same thing about you. It's just that you've got shit everywhere. It's shit on his hands. He like, you know, puts shit in the sink and washes it, and is just like vile, disgusting person.
Their words, not ours.
Now we're gonna talk. We're gonna talk to the big dogs. Who are we letting in? Who are we not?
I'm gonna go out on a limb here because that seems like something a big dog would do. I'm gonna say we gotta let in Scotty shits a lot.
I like him. There's something about him
There's
I like.
something very likable.
You know, even though he was easily the worst at what we asked people to do.
Yeah, but he won't snitch. He won't snitch.
Yeah.
I will say, Scotty seems disgusting.
Yes.
What I like about him is we can tell him to run through a wall, and he fucking will.
He took his pants off like that when we asked
Yeah,
him to.
he's a good candidate for the muscle squad.
Things we say, take your pants off. He goes, how fast? You want to see your skin marks? Sure, here you go. Ben, I know what Sam's gonna say.
Oh, yeah, we all know what
I'm-
Sam's gonna
I'm
say.
game. Ben seems really cool, guys. He's got a great personality.
Which is more important than some things.
Well, now word's gonna get out about our cult that we only want little dick dudes.
Well, especially once this airs, we can't just be like, we're a big dick cult, and they're gonna be like, what about fucking Sam?
And Ben, this is how it all got started.
I vote for Ben. I say he's in. He got a little dick, which means he'll be super aggro, and I need that on my muscle squad.
All right, and finally, Brandon.
Brandon.
He just has a bunch of STDs, and he's looking at porn a lot. Oh, and he's racist. That's right.
He's racist.
He's racist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, tough kind of year
I
to bring
don't
in
like
a
the
racist.
racism.
You don't like the racism?
I think that makes us too open to like white supremacy, and I don't want to be part of that.
Yeah, I don't want a fucking BuzzFeed article about our group.
Is this cult actually racist?
Yeah, I don't want that.
We're bringing too much liability with a racist to our cult.
Yeah.
I don't know if we can let him in, guys.
Goddamn.
Brandon, I think you're out.
We have.
fair.
Sorry, Brandon. We have principles.
Yeah.
But Brandon, you could tell people we didn't let you in because your dick was too big.
Ben and Scotty McShits. We'll see you guys out in Hollywood soon, right?
Yeah.
You guys, you're welcome into the club.
Sure.
Thank you to all three of you. Thanks for coming on the show.
Welcome to the big
You
dogs.
guys are great.
Welcome to the big dogs.
Yay.
We are way over. I'm being told to wrap it up. So what did we learn? What did we learn about cults?
We learned that Sam has a little dick.
Right.
What? No, we didn't. We don't know that for a fact.
That is the takeaway. That's my big takeaway from
We
this.
don't know that.
Yeah.
Do you guys
we
want to
learned
see
that
it?
sometimes big dogs can be small dogs. Am I right?
Come on, guys.
We
All
learned
right.
you can still play volleyball if you got a little dick.
Come on. Thought you guys were my big dog.
That was the show. I think we solved cults. I don't know. But if you want to join our cult, please do. Write us. Do something. I don't know. Anyway, thank you for watching. Tune in next week. We'll be talking about something else. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.